Good morning. Hi, how are you? Just making sure that you can hear, but I think you should be able to. Hello, hello. If you do have problem hearing, then type something in the chat and I will keep an eye on it. So hi, good morning. If we haven't met yet, my name is Therese, and I'm very happy that you're joining me for circa 30-minute morning practice. We're going to start sitting on we're sitting upright, and you can sit cross-legged. You can also sit in any other way that is comfortable for you. It's not so important. What is important is that you can sit upright. So maybe you move the fleshy part away from the sit bones, and then you just feel them in contact with the floor, and see if you can sit just a little bit in front of your sit bones. So notice what happens if you really ground down through the sit bones and how your lower back maybe rounds, and then just shift the weight a little bit in front of the sit bones and then see what happens there. Okay, just gotta make sure that the stream is working. All right, yes, looks fine. Okay, so coming back to your seat, ground down through the sit bones, and then, as I said, sit a little bit in front, and then go ahead here, and if it feels all right, you can close your eyes, bring your hands wherever feels comfortable. May that be on your knees, together in your lap, or maybe even in front of your heart. Just listen to your body and choose whatever feels intuitive and right in this moment. And then see if you can soften the point between the eyebrows. Release any tension in the jaw by slightly opening the lips. Maybe you roll the shoulders back away from the ears. Sit a bit more upright, extending the spine a little bit longer. And then take one deep breath to arrive here. Deep inhale in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. This week, I'm focusing on the ethical principle of Satya, truthfulness. And in this specific practice, I'm going into the direction of integrity. So I invite you to just listen to your body and what it's telling you today, what it's telling you that it needs, basically what your inner truth for this day, for this practice is. And then the way that integrity fits into that is to align how we move through the practice with this inner truth. So I encourage you to just take a moment here, find your breath, find your intention for the practice. And then begin to deepen the breath, breathing deeply in through the nose. And exhaling out through the nose. Following each inhale to its completion. And each exhale until all the air is emptied out. With your next exhale, drop the head over towards your right shoulder and then extend the left hand out. So reach the left fingertips in the direction of the floor and just lift the fingers a bit off the floor. So your arm is reaching diagonally out. Just stretching a bit the neck here. Maybe you feel a stretch in your neck. And if you're feeling nothing, maybe you try placing your right hand gently on top of the head, just exerting a little bit of pressure, not much at all. And then continuing reaching through the left fingertips as you breathe into the left side of the neck here. One more long breath in. And exhale out. Let go of the head if you were placing your right hand on top, and then just dip the chin in towards the chest, and then roll on over to the other side, reaching or dipping the left ear towards the right shoulder and reaching out through the right fingertips. Maybe you notice a stretch here in the neck by reaching out through the right fingertips, or if you notice nothing, maybe you check here, what does it feel like if I place my left hand on the side of my head. Continue breathing, sending the breath into the right side of the neck here. One more inhale. And exhale again, roll the head forward and then lift the chin up. Ground the right fingertips. And then inhale, reach the left arm straight up towards the ceiling. Exhale, as you draw the belly button and the lower ribs in to have support in the core. And then lean over towards the right for a side stretch. Plant the right hand firmly on the ground. Inhale, as you turn the chest towards the ceiling. And then exhale, roll the shoulders away. As you inhale, reach more through the left fingers. Long, straight arm here. Notice the sensation in the left side body. Inhale to come up, ground your left hand, reach the right arm up. Exhale, draw the belly button and the lower ribs in as you start leaning over towards the left. Inhale to turn the chest and the gaze more towards the ceiling, and exhale to roll the shoulders away. Inhale as you reach through the right arm. Feel the sensation in the right side of the body. And exhale here. Inhale, coming through center, and then reaching the hands forward to come onto your knees. Uncross the legs if they were crossed. Bring the toes to touch. Open the knees as wide as the mat. And then walk the arms forward as you sink the hips back. Inhale here, long spine, lift the gaze. Exhale, reach the right arm underneath the left armpit and then lower the right shoulder to the ground as well as your forehead. Heavy hips still. Inhales, you reach the left arm forward, and exhales, you walk the right shoulder away from the ears in the direction of the knees. Deep inhale here, and exhale. Inhale to reach the right arm forward and slide the left arm underneath the right armpit, ground the shoulder and the forehead. Inhale to reach through the right arm. And exhale, roll the left shoulder away from the chin in the direction of the knees. Inhale, long spine here. And exhale. Inhale, coming back through center, and then walk the hands over towards the right side. Sink the hips heavy down. Reach through the left arm here, and then lower the forehead to the ground. Exhale. Inhale, long spine. Maybe walk the fingertips a little bit more forward. Exhale, roll the shoulder blades down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, coming through center and walking over to the other side. Reach through the fingers and then exhale, heavy hips and forehead to the ground. Inhale, walk the fingertips a bit more forward if it suits. And exhale, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Sink the hips down. One more breath in here, long spine, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, walking the hands through center, and then lift the hips up, walk the knees a little bit closer together. Keep the hips over the knees, draw the belly button in, and then continue walking the hands forward until you can bring your forehead to the ground. So your sit bones are lifting up, your belly button is drawing in, and you're lowering the chest in the direction of the floor, and then resting on your forehead. Puppy pose or heart to earth pose, Anahata Asana. Breathe deeply into your chest here, continuing to draw the belly button in. That we're not arching too much in the lower back and putting too much pressure on this part of the body. Maybe you just explore for yourself the difference when you draw the belly button in and when you let it go and how that feels in your lower back. Recall your intention, your inner truth for this practice, and see how you can align your movements, your breath with that. One more breath here. And exhale all the air out. And then inhale to lift the gaze, come forward onto your forearms. Elbows as wide as the shoulders, palms pressing down, grip with the fingertips. And then reach the right leg out, come to the toes, and then reach the left leg out. So you're standing in a forearm plank. Shoulders are over the elbows, hands are pressing down, and elbows are squeezing together. Reach the heels back, draw the belly button in, and then press away from the floor with the elbows to lift your upper back up. Inhale to lift up the right foot. Bring the toes to the Achilles heel of your left foot, and then press the heel back here to extend the leg. And then inhale, lower the right foot down, lift up the left, and bring the toes to the Achilles heel, and then reach that back. Inhale, coming back through center. Exhale, hold. One more inhale here. And then as you exhale, start walking the feet in towards the elbows for a dolphin pose. Now it's early in the practice and it's morning if you're practicing this in the morning. So the backs of the legs are bound to be kind of stiff. So maybe you don't come that far here and don't have such a sharp angle for your triangle in dolphin pose. Continue pressing down through the hands and push the heart in the direction of the knees. Draw the belly button in, lift up the sit bones. One more breath here. And exhale. And then bring the knees down to the ground, hips over the knees. Elbows are still underneath the shoulders. And then for a cat-cow variation, draw the belly button in. With the next inhale, lift up the sit bones, lift up the heart, gaze forward, roll the shoulders back, continue pressing away from the floor. Exhale, as you draw the belly button in, round the spine, gaze towards the belly button. Inhale, as you lift up the heart and the sit bones, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, round the spine for cat. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, coming back to neutral spine. Curl the toes under and then walk the hands towards your knees so that you come to sit on your heels. Your toes are curled under. If you have tiny toes like me, then maybe you have to help them a little bit. Draw the belly button in here. Sit over your heels. We're not going to stay for long. Roll the shoulders back. Then clasp the fingers together, press the palms together, and rotate the wrists in one direction, just warming them up here. And then in the other. And then bring the hands to the ground to help shift your weight completely onto the feet. And then begin to roll all the way up to standing. Take your time, slowly straightening out the legs, drawing the belly button in, lifting up the heart and roll the shoulders back. And then come to stand in mountain pose, Tadasana. Feel your feet on the ground here. Connect with your intention. And check how that can be represented in this pose, in this asana. And then with your eyes closed or eyes open, walk to the front of the mat if you're standing at the back like I was. And then come to stand in a stable position. Maybe that means hip width distance apart with the feet or feet together. Inhale to reach the arms up. Wrap your left hand around your right. Draw the belly button in and the lower ribs. And then exhale, press down through your right foot as you lean over towards the right. Inhale, turn the heart towards the ceiling. Exhale, roll the shoulders back and down as you lean over a bit more. Continue drawing the belly button in. Inhale, reach the arms long. Exhale, heavy right foot. Inhale through center, change the grip. So wrap your right hand around the left, draw the belly button in and the lower ribs, and then exhale heavy left foot as you lean over towards the right. Inhale to turn the heart and the gaze towards the ceiling. Exhale as you roll the shoulders back. Inhale, reach through the arms, and exhale, heavy left foot, lean over a bit more. Inhale back through center. And then exhale, draw the belly button in, bend the knees, and then hinge from the hips to come into forward fold. Be mindful of your legs here. Maybe you keep the knees quite bent so that you can release in the lower back without too much strain on the backs of the legs. Inhale to come up halfway, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, bring the hands to the ground and then step back, plank. Inhale to press away from the floor. Exhale, hold here. Inhale. And exhale, hold. One more inhale. On the exhale, maybe you lower your knees, hug the arms in, draw the belly button in, and then lower the torso to the ground. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale as you roll the shoulders back to lift up the heart. Exhale, forehead to the ground. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift up the heart. Baby cobra, press into the tops of the feet. Exhale, lower down. One more inhale, roll the shoulders back. Stay here as you exhale. Lift up the hands, maybe, to make sure that you're working with your back strength and not with your arms. One more inhale to come up. And then exhale, forehead to the ground. Curl the toes under and then shift the hips back over your heels. Extend the spine. And then exhale, straighten the legs. Lift up the sit bones towards the ceiling. Take a couple of breaths here. Finding your down dog for today. Probably looks different than it did last time you practiced. Every day is a new dog. Continue lifting up through the sit bones and do whatever you need to do in order to create a long spine. Maybe that means lifting the heels a bit away from the floor, putting a bend in the knees, maybe opening up the hands a little bit wider to create more space for the shoulders and the shoulder blades. And then when you found your dog, then also find stillness. Press down evenly through hands and feet. Draw the belly button in and lift up through the sit bones. Take one deep breath here. And exhale. Inhale to lift up the right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee towards nose and then step the foot up in between the hands. Lower the left knee to the ground. And then interlace the hands and press the palms into the right leg. Draw the right hip back, draw the belly button in, and then inhale, lift up the heart. Straighten the arms here. Press away from the thigh. Inhale as you lift the heart. Exhale as you roll the shoulders back and sink a little bit deeper, if available, in the left hip. Continue breathing here, pressing down through both feet, drawing the right hip back, and working on extending the spine. Couple more breaths. One more inhale. And exhale, bring the hands to the ground and shift the weight back, coming into half split. The front leg is straight, so the knee is not flexed. Flex the foot and pull the toes towards you. Lift the hips over the knee. And then inhale, reach the heart forward. Exhale, if there's space, maybe you hinge a little bit deeper over the front leg from the hips. Inhale, long spine. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to ground the front foot and lift the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands together in front of your heart and then bring the left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Press the hands together as you inhale and lift the torso away from the thigh. Exhale, roll the right shoulder back. Inhale, long spine here. Crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, gaze over the left elbow. And then inhale, coming back through center, lift the arms up. And exhale, bring the hands to the ground, step back, plank. Deep inhale as you press away from the floor. And then exhale, float your weight forward, knees on the ground or knees lifted. Hug the arms in and lower all the way down or half. And then inhale for baby cobra, cobra or up dog with the knees off the ground. Roll the shoulders back, deep inhale. And exhale to down dog. Ground the right foot. Inhale to lift up the right leg, or the left leg, sorry, for a three-legged dog. And then exhale, knee towards nose. Step the foot up in between the hands. Lower the right knee down. Interlace the hands the opposite way. And then press the palms into the left thigh. Draw the left hip back. Draw the belly button in. And then inhale, press the hands into the thigh to extend the arms and also extend your spine. Continue breathing deeply here with each inhale, lifting the heart. With each exhale, continuing drawing the left hip back and maybe sinking a little bit deeper in the right. Activity through the arms. Belly button is drawing in to make sure the core is active and supporting us. Couple more breaths here, just giving the hip flexors some time to open up. One more breath in. And then exhale, bring the hands to the ground and straighten the front leg. Extend the leg long, flex the toes and pull them towards you. And then lift the hips over the right knee that's still on the ground. Inhale, long spine here. And exhale, draw the belly button in and hinge, if at all, from the hips. Focus long spine, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. And inhale, ground the front foot as you lift up the arms, and exhale, hands in front of heart, and then twist over towards the left. Bring the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Press the palms together and inhale to lift up. Exhale, draw the belly button in and twist. Roll the left shoulder back. Inhale, long spine. And exhale, gaze out over your left elbow. Inhale, coming back through center, lift the arms up. Exhale, hands to the ground, step back, plank, and then flow through your vinyasa. Follow the breath all the way down or halfway. Inhale as you lift your heart skyward, and exhale, down dog. Inhale to lift up the right leg. Exhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands. Open the feet as wide as the mat. As wide as the hips. Then draw the right hip back, belly button in as you inhale and rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper in the front knee, settle in the pose. Inhale to reach through the arms. And then exhale, open warrior two towards the left. So your back foot is parallel to the short end of the mat and your front knee is deeply bent. Your knee is tracking over the second toe. So be mindful that it's not opening inward, but rather outward. Inhale to reach the arms out, forward and back. And exhale. One more inhale here. And then exhale, bring the right elbow on top of the right thigh. Inhale to lift the left arm up towards the ceiling. And maybe on the exhale, you reach it overhead close to your left ear. Inhale to reach through the fingertips. Exhale, roll the shoulders back. One more inhale. And then exhale, bring both hands down to the ground to the inside of the right foot. Walk the right foot out. Keep the back knee lifted or lower it down if that suits you better. We're not staying here that long. Inhale to reach the heart forward here in lizard pose. Exhale, lift up the hips a bit more. Inhale. And then press into the hands. Exhale, step back, plank. Inhale. And exhale, flow through your vinyasa. Inhale fully in your back bend. And exhale, down dog. Ground the right foot as you lift up the left leg. Exhale, knee towards nose, and then step the foot up in between the hands. Open the feet a little bit wider for balance. Draw the left hip back, belly button in, and then inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, settle into the pose by bending the front knee deeply. Draw the belly button in, inhale, find length here. And then exhale, open warrior two towards the right. Ground the back foot, outer edge is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Then reach the arms forward and back. Deep inhale here. Exhale, lower or bend the front knee deeper. One more inhale. And then exhale, bring the left elbow on top of the left thigh. Inhale as you reach the right arm up for extended side angle variation. Maybe you reach the right arm overhead, upper arm close to the ear. Inhale, roll the shoulder back and lift your gaze and heart towards the ceiling. And then exhale, both hands to the inside of the left foot. Walk the left foot to the outside, to the outer edge of the mat. And then here, option to leave the knee lifted or put it on the ground. Inhale to create a long spine, reach the heart forward. Exhale, reach the right heel back. One more inhale. And when you exhale, step the right foot forward to the outside of the right hand. And then lower the hips down to find yourself in a yogi squat. Yogi squat is different for everyone. Maybe this is a comfortable pose for you and your feet are comfortably on the ground. If there isn't that much space, maybe you vary by lifting the heels off the ground. Maybe you also rest your hands on the floor to create a little bit of support. So finding your variation. Maybe you also come a little bit higher up and just rest the elbows on top of the thighs. That works too. So choose your variation. If you're in this deep squat, then press the hands together and the elbows into your thighs. Wherever you are, you can choose stillness. You can also always choose movement. Remember that intention that you set and how that manifests in the movements, in the breath, in how you're choosing to show up in every asana. All right, wherever you are, if you're in this high squat, then bring the hands to the ground, one in front and one in the back. Same thing if you're in the deep one, and then come to sit on your sit bones. Open the legs into a V. Does not have to be a very wide one. Whatever works for you. Open the legs into a V. Important is flex the toes, press down through the thighs. Sit a little bit in front of the sit bones. Create a long spine here. Inhale, lift the heart. And then exhale, plant the left fingertips inside of the left thigh. And then inhale, reach the right arm up, turn the chest towards the right. And then exhale, start leaning over in a side stretch to the left. Inhale to reach through the right fingertips. Continue flexing the feet and press down through the thighs. So a lot of activity in the legs here. And exhale, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, reach a bit more. And exhale. Inhale, coming back through center, pause. Roll the shoulders back. And then bring the right fingertips to the inside of the right leg. Inhale, reach the left arm up. And exhale, turn the heart towards the left. And then start leaning over towards the side. Inhale, roll the shoulder back and lift the heart towards the ceiling. Exhale, flex the feet, press the thighs into the floor. One more inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, coming back through center. And then closing the legs so that you come to sit with your legs facing straight forward. Draw the belly button in, lift up the heart. Place the feet on the mat so you bring your knees a little bit closer in towards you. Hands in the bend of the knees, and then shift your weight back so that you can lift up your feet from the ground. A lot of core activity here. So draw the belly button in, draw the thighs towards you. Maybe leave your hands here or reach the hands forward. If any of these are too much for this morning, maybe you just lift up one leg at a time or leave the feet on the floor, lift up the heels and continue lifting the heart. Just staying for a couple more breaths here. Maybe you even extend the legs long. Continue lifting through the heart. 3 more breaths. Deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale, lower the feet down and then roll all the way onto your spine. Walk the feet a little bit closer in so that you can tickle the heels. And then inhale to lift up the hips towards the ceiling. Lift the heart in the direction of the ceiling as well. Leave the arms alongside your body with the palms facing up, or maybe interlace just for a brief moment here. Lifting the heart, lifting the hips, and breathe. One more inhale. And then exhale, let go of the hands, roll down onto your spine. Open the feet as wide as the mat and bring the knees to touch. Maybe rest one hand on your belly and one on your heart to connect with the breath in your heart space here. And then just go ahead and windshield wiper the legs from side to side. So leave the feet where they are and then move the knees over towards the right and over towards the left. Before bringing the knees in towards your heart, hugging them close. And take a deep breath in here. Hold the knees closed. Maybe you lift your forehead up in the direction of the knees. Maybe you scrunch your face up. And then as you exhale, let everything go. Extend the legs long. Walk the shoulders away from the ears, arms alongside the body. Shake the legs out. Take a deep breath in through the nose as you come to stillness. And exhale out through the mouth. Let go of any focus on the breath, any manipulation or regulation of the inhale and exhale. And just allow your body to become heavy and sink into the ground here for a few moments. Enjoy your Shavasana. I invite you to stay here for longer. Just pause the video until you are ready. And start deepening your breath, breathing deeply in through the nose. And exhaling out through the mouth. Bring some life back into your body. Wiggle toes and fingers. And moving your feet, your ankles, your hands, your wrists, legs and arms. And then maybe you reach your arms up overhead as you point your toes away from you, extending the body real long here before bringing the knees in one after the other towards the chest and hugging them in. And then rolling over onto one side. Pause here, take one breath. And then inhale, press yourself luxuriously up to a seat of your choice. When you found your seat a little bit in front of the sit bones with a long straight spine, go ahead and roll your shoulders back. Rest your hands wherever feels right for you. And just feel into your body, reconnect with your intention, your inner truth. And then bring the hands together in front of your heart. Gently bow your chin in towards your chest. And if you want to, sing with me in one Om to close the practice. First, a deep inhale in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. And then inhale for Om. Aum. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me for practice. I hope you feel great and that you enjoy the practice. If you did, then feel free to press like on the video, maybe share it with someone who would enjoy it. Also, feel free to give me some feedback by dropping a comment. Very much appreciated. If you want to support, subscribe, or if you want to support in a different way, I have links to both Patreon and PayPal in the description. And before you go, these little, so I'm going through the yamas, which are the sort of ethical guidelines or ethical principles in the eight limb path of yoga. So it's really the beginning, the foundation for everything you do. Last week we talked about ahimsa, so if you missed that, go back and have a look. The principle of nonviolence, and this week it's Satya, the principle of truthfulness. And yeah, I'm just dropping these as little seeds for you to explore if that is something that you want to do. So yeah, leaving you with an encouragement to just think about what truthfulness means to you and how it shows up in your everyday, both in terms of how you move through life and also practice. So yeah. Thank you very much again for joining. Have a beautiful day and hopefully see you soon. Take care.